Welcome to the In Shape Fitness Show. This workout is called Boobs, Arms, and Back. We're reprising this workout. We're actually updating it from several installments of the same workout. It's an upper body routine that requires no equipment, and it, of course, is focused on your arms, your shoulders, your back, your décolletage, really opening up the chest and feeling great, especially as these summer months, accentuate the upper body with sleeveless dresses and bathing suits and all kinds of other things. We've got Spanx out there in the world that help us look slim and a lot more confident. When we, go out for an evening, we can wear, a tight dress, and it really helps to have something like Spanx to really slim the body down a little bit. But you really can't do that with your upper body. Your arms are out there. So let's get started with the warm-up. You can sit down. We're going to start with your legs crossed in front of you, your back straight, your abs engaged. We're simply doing some arm circles for 30 seconds. Time starts now. Make sure that you're moving your arms with complete control. You don't want wet noodle arms. You don't want a bend in the elbow. Your palms should face down, and you can switch directions now. Doesn't matter how many you do, really. It's just on. Everything we do today is going to be focused on time. So clear your mind of any notion about doing 100 of something or 50 of something or even 20 or 10 of something, and just think about how well your body moves. Connect your brain to the upper body, and let's just focus on the quality of your movement. All right, now I want your arms out, and without exception, you really want to keep your arms up. So breathe through it. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Your arms are going to start to feel heavy even though you don't have weights in your hands. All you're doing now are some shoulder rolls. So your palm starts facing down. Turn it until your palm faces up, where you're turning forward, and then turn back down, and then hyperextend back through until your palm almost faces up in the opposite direction. All right? Your rotator cuff, unless you have injury to the shoulder, your rotator cuff is meant to help your shoulder almost make that full revolution. It doesn't quite make it, but you should be able to roll those shoulders, extending out through your shoulders, opening up your chest, keeping the back straight, abs engaged. A couple more seconds. Okay, good. Now bring your arms in front of your face. You're going to bend your elbows and press your palms together. This is a prayer position where your thumbs can be locked, but you really want to press your palms together and don't let any air get in between your hands. Okay, so really press together. Now zip up your forearms and press your elbows together. All right, you have to kind of extend outward with your shoulders and through your back in order to get your elbows and your palms both touch at the same time, but try as hard as you can. And now we're going to do something we call a prayer press. You're going to lift up and lower down, trying to keep the entire forearm, palms, and elbows touching at all times for 30 seconds. Time starts now. Move slowly. Again, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Very controlled movement here. So it's not a huge amount of movement, but focus on what your body is doing. That way, you don't give up any of those calories, if you will, any of that effort to gravity and momentum. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2. Very good. Keep those arms up. Don't just drop them after the end of an interval of time, okay? I know it starts to fatigue you, but you want to keep your arms up. Now, your arms make a 90-degree angle at both your shoulder and your elbow, right? So you're going to open up your arms, keeping those arms bent. This is a chest fly, and then press together, or chest press, I guess, depending on how you look at it. You're going to open, squeeze your shoulder blades together, close back in front of your body. All right, your 30 seconds starts now for that. Pretend that you have weights in your hands, right? That's a possible, it sounds random, but it's a very effective way for you to add that level of effort that you won't get if you just sort of flail about. Focus. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just grab your hands in front of your body and sort of curl your back like a scared cat. We call this a seated cat stretch. You're just stretching out the back a little bit. And then grab your hands behind your body and lift your arms up in order to stretch out your chest. And we're going to get started with the official start of the set. It's one big, long set. And we are going to go from position to position. We're going to stay on the floor. We're going to be in the inverted plank position to start, and then tabletop pose. And then we're going to turn you over into prone and do a lot of stuff in the prone position and in downward facing dog position. And then at the end, we're going to stand up and do some exercises while you're on your feet. Okay, so put your hands on the floor. Now, mind this really important rule, and I will probably say it several times, but what you want to do is press into the floor and use the entire hand. That goes for this position, the inverted plank position where your legs are out straight. And it also applies to your tabletop position and positions of prone and downward facing dog where your hands are on the floor. You don't want to just use the heel of your hand, which I see all the time with clients in private sessions and in group sessions that we do here in New York City. It's very important that you use your fingertips and use the top part of your palm. Channel your inner Spider-Man and really grip your floor surface. Connect. Use all of your connection points in order to distribute your weight down the arm in the right way. So your legs are right next to each other. You're going to lift your body up into an inversion plank. All right, this is going to run for 60 seconds. What I want you to do is just focus on getting those hips up high. You're going to look up so your chest is open and you are breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Your time is going, and in a few seconds, if you're able to do so, I'm going to add an exercise a variation where you're going to do something with your legs, but I don't want you to focus on that just yet. You've got a few more seconds just in the position. Now, if you need to lower back down and then go back up, that's okay too. Your fingers should face forward. Your fingers should be splayed a little bit. Now we're about halfway through, so if you can, lift up one leg, then gently put it back down on the floor, and then lift up the other leg. Excellent. Keep going. You've got 10 more seconds. Again, move very gently. Just focus on the power of keeping that chest really wide and open and using the entire arm. Up and down that arm, really focusing on the metabolic burn from having to support your body weight up into the air this way. Okay, take a quick break. We're going to go back into this position for one other exercise, and then we'll move on to the tabletop position. But the second version of the inverted plank is something we call an inversion plank shredder. So you're going to lift your body back up into the inverted plank. Your feet are still right next to each other, and your legs are straight. You're up in the inverted plank. Now what you're going to do for 30 seconds only, bend the knees, extending the body forward, and then straighten your legs and return to the starting position in the inverted plank. All right, let's start the clock for 30 seconds. Again, watch that position and the pressure you exert on your wrist by pressing into the floor with just the heel of your hand. You do not want to do that. You want to use the fingertips, use the top part of your palm, and you've got 10 more seconds in this inverted plank shredder. Sort of a silly name for an exercise, but I didn't make it up. I don't remember where we came up with this one. But keep it going. 3 seconds more. 2 and 1. Now take a rest. Okay. Now you're going to bend your knees. And your feet are straight, all right? Make sure that your toes and heels are lined up straight, and that when you go up into your tabletop position, remember I said that was the next sort of focus here. You're going to go up into a tabletop, which means that your torso and your thighs make the horizontal tabletop. The legs, the lower part of your legs, make the legs of the table, as do your arms. So go ahead and lift your body up into that position again. We're going to remain in this position for 60 seconds. The first 30, at least, we're going to just hang out here. I want you to focus on what is happening with your body. Focus on the pressure points of your fingertips. Focus on the extension of your hip flexors through that full tabletop position. If your butt is sinking a little bit, then your hip flexors start to flex. Right? They contract, so you want to keep them up high so that they're fully extended. Now, if you can, you're going to alternate lifting up your legs again. Only this time we'll make it a little harder. You're going to lift up the knee and then kick out the foot. All right, channel your inner rocket a little bit here, but that's for 30 seconds, the second 30 seconds, and it's going for you now. Very nice. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. Okay, so the second move, the advanced move that we're going to be doing in this position is something we call a folding tabletop, right? I led this workout in person. If you're listening in and you were at that workout, I'm so happy that you're trying the workout again. But we did this at a retail store in New York City last week called Athleta, and we are really excited whenever we get a chance to show this move to people because it's one of the 5 Tibetans. It's called a folding tabletop, and you go from the tabletop position and then you drop your butt down and swing your hips through your arms until your legs straighten out in front of you. And then you return to the tabletop position slowly. All right, this is going to be for 30 seconds. Give it a try. Remember, you're going to do maybe 4 or 5 of these in your 30 seconds of this particular exercise. The spiritual Tibetan monks do this move 21 times every single day, and it takes a couple of minutes to do. I try to do it most days of the week. Every day during the work week I get it in, and then it's a really powerful move, and it is all about your total body strength, right? It's about your arms and of course your shoulders and your back, but obviously the core, your back comprises the core. You've got about 5 more seconds, so finish the one that you're on and then take a break. Stretch out your shoulders and do a little chest stretch as well. We're going to move on to a side plank in just a couple seconds. All right, good. But just breathe deeply. Stretch your shoulders out. We're about 13 minutes into this session, and we've got another 20 minutes or so left to get through the other stuff. So when you're ready, you're going to turn to your right side, and we're going to go up into a side plank for 30 seconds. Now, if you cannot hold a side plank for 30 seconds, you can lower your body back down and lift it back up. Or if you want to do a modified side plank, bend your knees behind you, right? Your thighs should be straight. Your hip flexor should be fully extended, but you can shorten the lever, if you will, by bending the knees behind you so that the plank is from your knees to your shoulders instead of from your feet to your shoulders. Either way, your time starts now for 30 seconds. Right side plank. Excellent. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure that, so you're on your elbow or you're on your hand, either way. If your hand or your elbow, actually, it doesn't really matter which it is, it should be lined up directly, vertically with your shoulder, right? If your hand is sticking way out to the side, then you're not really accentuating, really kind of isolating that pressure on the obliques that are on the bottom part of your body. Okay, so in this case, on the right side. Right. So now, if you are going to continue on with the next move at an advanced level, you're going to do something called mountain climbers, which I'm sure you know about. I tend to, with this type of exercise routine, do something a little less impact oriented. So I call them mountain walkers, and they are not from The Walking Dead, but they are mountain climbers, but only one leg moves at a time. So you're just moving one leg in and then straightening it out, and then moving the other leg in and straightening it out. Take it, nice and slow, real graceful, like your butt should be down, your shoulders should line up with your hands, and your 30 seconds starts now. But again, if you want to do the intense mountain climbers because you're fit and you want that extra metabolic boost, that extra burn, heart rate elevation, all that stuff. Go for it. You've got about 10 seconds left. We're going to do a rotational reach next. So we're going to go from side plank to side plank up on your hand in 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Now you're stopped in your push-up start position, right at the prone position where your hands are in line with your shoulders. Your butt is down. Now you're going to turn the body, lifting the left hand up, turning to the right side, and then back down, and then turn the right side up into the left side plank, and then back down. Right? Keep that going. Excellent. Few more seconds. These are hard, right? So focus on moving very slowly. You do not need to do a great number of them. You just need to focus on not hyperextending through the chest, letting the arm go too far back when you're up in that side plank position. And you don't want gravity to do the work when you're headed back down into push-up position. Finish the one that you're on. We're going to take a quick rest, like 5 seconds, just down on the floor on your knees, and then we're going to go up into pike position or downward facing dog. All right, so shake out your wrists if you need to, and then get yourself up into a pike pose. So now your butt is up in the air. Your heels are closer to the floor, but probably still not on the floor. And all you're going to do is breathe through this position. Again, calming down, sort of slowing down everything in order to really connect with the surface of your floor. Make sure that you're not pressing into the floor with just the heel of your hand. Make sure that your butt is up in the air. You're feeling that stretch all the way down the backside of your body. Very good. No bend in the knees. And now we're going to do a Hindu push-up. All right, so adding insult to injury. Of course, you're not in push-up position with your abs engaged because your butt's in the air, but you're going to bend both of your elbows and both of your knees at the same time, and then straighten back out into pike pose. All right, go ahead and get started. 30 seconds starts now. That's 10 seconds. Inhale as you lower your body down towards the floor. You exhale as you push back up. It is the Hindu push-up. All right. And 8 more seconds. Very good. Now we're turning back to a side plank. We started with the right side plank. In this position, we're going to the left side plank next. So turn your body to the left. You can either be on your elbow or on your hand. You can be on your feet or on your knees. Either way, your time starts now for 30 seconds. All right, so just focus on that breathing. Focus on the straightness of your body, the plank, as it were, the sort of orientation of your body parts in relation to the floor. You're very well into this segment of time. About 10 more seconds to go. And then we're going to stand up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. That was really kind of a hard sort of set, if you will. We don't normally kind of divide these types of workouts into sets and repeat things and that kind of thing. But that was a really intense segment of time. And we're going up to your feet now. We're going to start with a standing half moon. So get your body up off the floor, stand up, make sure that your feet are straight, toes and heels touching. Shake out your wrists. You know, your arms are fatigued, but we're going to get your arms up over your head and press those palms together again. Okay, so this is a standing half moon, which means you're going to press your palms together. You can lock your thumbs, but make sure that your palms are really glued together. No air getting through. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up through your spine, abs engaged, and lower your body down to the right. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Focus here. This is a really, really great exercise for the elongation of through your spine and your shoulder and your back. All right, you're elongating the arms in many ways, really squeezing, pushing out air and added fluids, things that just sort of hang out in a sedentary body and don't move around very much. Now you can go back to your center point. Don't lower your arms. Get them up there. Really get the biceps right next to your ears. Now lower down to the left for 30 seconds. Your time is going for the second part here, the second half of the standing half moon. This is a very traditional yoga pose, and I love this exercise because you feel that stretch. I mean, you're down towards the left. You're feeling the stretch down the right side of your body. And it's excellent. I mean, it really just feels so great, but it makes your arms feel so heavy. I know it does. Just breathe. You've got a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Now we're going to do a walk-out push-up for 30 seconds. So you're going to do, let's if you can do 3, I'll let you know the 30 seconds, how we're going through each 10-second segment of time. We're going to do a walkout push-up. So you're going to do either 2 or 3. Shoot for 3. You're going to squat all the way down, walk your hands out to push-up position, and do 1 push-up. And then walk your hands back, and then stand all the way up. All right, and again, do it again. And then if you can, one more time. We're well past the 15-minute mark now. You have 10 more seconds, so you have enough time to do 1 more if you can. And then we're going to do some punching. We're going to go back to this. We have 3 segments of walkout push-ups, so in total you'll end up doing 9 of them. But stand up. Now I want you to make a fist. All right, separate your feet a little bit. Make sure you've got a nice bounce in your knees. You're just going to do a straight up boxing punch right down the middle of at the chest area. Focus on there's someone, your sort of mirror image right in front of you. You're punching right down the middle of your chest. Okay, and you want to really focus on the contact points. It's that, flat part of your knuckle that connects, and then you retract the elbow down beside your rib cage for the defensive position on the other side. All right, keep going. Make it harder. You really want to punch. Pretend you're punching someone, even though that seems like a strange visual. I've never punched anyone in my life, but really get into it. Channel a fictitious boxer there. Now punch up, a vertical punch. All right, same thing, just stretching up and pulling down. Don't let gravity do any of that work. All right, push up, pull down. Good. Keep those abs engaged. Keep your glutes contracted and keep breathing. You've got 10 more seconds. All right, 3 more walkout push-ups. Okay, go ahead and squat down, walk out to push-up position, do 1 push-up, walk your hands back, stand all the way up, and again, keep that going. Try to do 3. Again, it's for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do a different kind of punch, and then we're going to finish with these. Do 1 more standing half moon and one more exercise to finish you up. You will definitely be done by the 30-minute mark without any question. All right, so now go back to your sort of defensive punching start position, right? So now your feet are separated again. You've got that bounce in your knees. You're going to do an uppercut, which means you're going to make kind of a candy cane backwards, kind of down and up across the body. All right, sort of contracting the bicep. You should feel it. Like if you had a weight in your hand, you would feel that bicep really contract. So you have to visualize it. All right, but your time is going for 30 seconds. Uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. That's it. Keep that going. Keep the back straight. Your shoulders, even though one shoulder is moving forward with the arm, bring the shoulder back and retract your arm back to this defensive position each time. Okay? Last type of punch, we're going to do kind of a tricep kickback punch, where you pretend that you've got a weight in your hand and you're doing a tricep kickback, looking back behind you as though you're actually trying to, make connection with someone, punching them to the rear. So you punch, bending the elbow and returning the arm back to that defensive start position each time. All right. You're doing great, I'm sure. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're doing fabulous. Keep going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now again, squat all the way down. Walk out to push-up position. Let's do 3 more walkout push-ups. Heck, if you can do 4, that's even better. Again, it's, you've been moving now pretty much nonstop for the last 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes. We're doing a little bit more. Obviously, depending on your intensity, your motivation to make real change in your body's physique, you could repeat this set, do it a couple of times a week, and you would feel and look so great. By midsummer is my guess. I mean, we are into the summer kind of right now. Last 2 exercises coming up here. One is the standing half moon once again. Okay, so I know this is a really, really, it's not a very much of a moving move, but people really, really benefit from this. So press those palms together up over your head. Focus on the straightening of your arms, getting your biceps close to your ears. And I'll drop down to the right for 30 seconds. Your feet are contracted, okay? And also really focus on the gripping of your toes. Splay those toes and grip your floor. All right, squeeze the muscles in your legs. Squeeze your ass muscles, your butt cheeks. This is a really fabulous time for you gals to do Kegel exercises. Whenever you're in an exercising mentality and you're not moving, you have sort of an isometric or you've got 3 more seconds, by the way, then you can switch sides. Now straighten your body up and lower down to the left. Back to Kegels for a second. Yeah, so the pelvic floor muscles, your Kegel exercises are so beneficial in terms of everything in a woman's life, from bladder control to better sex life to all kinds of other things that really help you, just maintain complete control. You don't want muscles in your body to atrophy as you get older. And they'll get lazy and they'll atrophy, and then you all of a sudden don't even realize it, but you've kind of lost it. So do your Kegels, do your crunches, do your arm exercises. Push-ups suck, but they are good for you. I've obviously stayed as far away from standard push-ups today as we could, but we've got one more exercise to do. Bring those arms in front of your body one more time. Press the palms together, press your elbows together, and your forearms are zipped up and cemented together. Lift up and pull down again. Prayer press for 30 seconds. Time starts now. Do not give up here. Just breathe through it. Arms get heavy, but they are attached to you. They're not going to fall off, right? They are not going to go anywhere. They are just heavy. So whenever you feel like you need to drop your arms because it's just too much effort, convince your brain. Say to yourself, no, that's dumb. They're not going anywhere. Just breathe through it and keep going. All right. Last 3 seconds for this, but don't want you to stop. I want you to stop in front of your body. Don't drop your arms. And now you're going to open up your hands to that sort of touchdown position, right, where the chest press, where we opened up. Squeeze your shoulder blades. But now I want you to reach up and pull down like a lat pull down. Reach up, pull down. Last 30 seconds is going. Again, pretend you've got weights, or pretend you're holding on to that lat bar in the gym. I'm not gonna mock the gym today. I'm just gonna keep going. Pretend that you've got weights in your hands. Pretend that you're pulling down that bar and then lifting up, stretching up. All right, a couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Do a shoulder stretch. Take a couple of deep breaths. Hopefully you've got a sip of water handy, and or some sort of replenishment nearby. So this was your boobs, arms, and back workout for 2014. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's part of our summer sizzle series. If you go to our website, bodybyInShape.com, you'll see where we are trying to get people to really understand, the nuances of equipment-free exercise, gym-free exercise, and it can be done. We like to supervise you through some sessions in order to teach you. We are a training team, obviously, and we are happy to train with you on a semi-formal, regular, lifetime basis if that's what you want. But we can come in either via Skype or via in-person sessions in New York City and show you these routines, give them to you in writing, and help you learn how to move your body and really hone in on the cool stuff about the summer body that makes us all feel good without the use of equipment or lots of weights and those types of things. So check it out, bodybyInShape.com. Again, I'm Coach Kim from InShape Fitness. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again very soon.